What up, Whiskey Ginger fans? Welcome back to the show. If it's your first time joining the show, welcome to the show. We got a good one for you today, like my man Steve Harvey done say. Guys, I'm popping around. Your boy's popping around a little bit. May 22 and 23. I'm going to be coming to Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, then to Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. May 22 and 23, just doing a couple of casinos up there in Canada. Then I come back home, and I'm on the road again doing the No Bad Lies show. Please check that out, my new show, my new golf show if you're interested. And in July 18th and 19th, Bobby Lee and I, we do 2 shows. That's it. Bad Friends is done touring. We're just doing 2 in London and Dublin, July 18th and 19th. Go to badfriendspod.com. And if you're in Canada and you want to come see the boy in Edmonton or in Winnipeg, May 22, 23, go to andrewsantino.com for those tickets, andrewsantino.com.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that from my guest, my name once again today. It's Casey Rocket.
Wee.
Casey Rocket. Did you know Casey Kasem? Do you know Casey Kasem?
Scooby-Doo.
Casey Kasem.
Casey Kasem. Scrappy Dippers.
Scrappy Dipples. Casey
Scrappy
Kasem.
Dippin'. Scrappy is an intensely private person.
Truly, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And how did all his drama get out, though? What ended up happening?
Well, there was a leak. There was a crack in the foundation of his inner circle.
There was a leak in the boat, man. What was your childhood favorite show? Scoob-Doob?
Scoob-Doo. Loose lips sink ships.
Don't tell.
I was a bit younger than most people, and I think I used to like Ed, Edd and Eddy, Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Ed, Edd and Eddy was good.
Yeah, it was good.
And I'm older than you, but I know some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Were you SpongeBob generation or no?
I was Gen 1. So SpongeBob's he's turned a corner, and he seems he's a little bit different than when I was a kid. But
what do you mean? Is he trans now? What happened to Sponge?
he seems a little more effeminate than he was when I was a kid, and I'm an effeminate person, so maybe I would like this version of him better. But
you should, yeah.
The clips I've seen recently, he seems like a little more goofy.
Like a little bit more wacky?
Like a little bit
spongy,
sassy.
wacky?
But I'm not a little kid anymore, so I probably would have thought, I probably wouldn't even like it anyway. You know who I used to like is the Canker sisters on Ed, Edd and Eddy.
The Cankersore sisters?
They were sexy, and they were presented as gross. And I remember watching it as a kid, and I was going, I kind of like it. I kind of like it.
Also, kind of mean, I get canker sores inside my fucking lips, and that just really disrespects the canker sore community.
Sure. Well, it's anti-canker.
It's anti-canker all the way through. What's the most childlike bullshit you still do today?
Like on a daily basis?
No, just in your life. When you said I'm not a kid anymore, like, what's the thing that you're like, oh, you know what, but I still really hold on to?
I gotta sleep with a little bit of lights on in my room. I get a little bit scared.
Do you?
Sure.
When you go to a hotel, dude, you always have a little light. What is it, the light in the bathroom? In the hallway?
Just a little bit. I need to know that I have, because I watched this movie called Darkness Falls when I was a kid, and it's about the tooth fairy, and she's not your grandma's tooth fairy. I'll put it that way.
Right.
She want to take all the teeth out of your head, whether or not you want to give them or not.
Wow.
Scared yet?
What was she going to do with them?
I think she makes like a mask or something. Her house is made out of teeth.
Oh, wow. I wonder what that property value is like.
It's got to be through the roof. She lived like in an abandoned lighthouse made out of teeth. It's not really my story to tell. And I'm just as happy with a good book. But she used to scare me a lot, and I have carried some of that into adulthood.
So
and
you
I
still
need
have
a
to have
little
a
bit
little
on.
light. Do you like,
a little bit.
Are you a single dude?
I have a girlfriend. Yeah.
Like that old Mitch Hedberg joke? I don't have a girlfriend, but I know a woman who'd be very upset if she heard me say that. But what I'm saying is, do you like to sleep in the same bed together, or do you prefer solo sleeping?
When I first meet a girl, I can't sleep if we're in the same bed, but as I get used to her presence, I like to have her in the bed.
Then you go the other way, and I'm married, and I don't like sleep in the same bed's tough. I'd rather sleep somewhere else because I can't get good sleep when I'm in bed with someone. It's really tough.
If they even move a muscle, I have to sleep with earplugs, and if they even move a muscle, I'm up.
A twitch and you're there.
She's back.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Everything okay, babe?
That's why I can't keep a weapon next to my bed. I will.
You'll just grab it.
I'll shoot her.
You'll grab it.
I'll shoot her
Instinct.
right. Just one.
Yeah. I keep a go bag under my bed, so I just in case I need to be packed up and gone in 30 seconds, De Niro style. Sometimes I'll do it in my sleep. She'll kick, and I'll open my eyes. I'm halfway out the door.
You're already to fucking.
I go, shit.
Already halfway to Mexico.
Time to go to bed, babe.
You like Austin, dude?
I like
Are you liking it? Mm-hmm. This is what for you? How many years? 2 years?
I'm in my 4th year.
Holy shit.
I was Gen 1. I moved there in 2021.
OG.
Pre-Rogus, pre-Mothership.
Pre-Rogan. Before Rogano. Before Rogano came down.
Avec fromage.
That's pretty impressive, though. You were one of... Who left Atlanta with you?
So I came from Idaho. I was in Atlanta with a good class of comics, Will Foskey, Michael Rowland. It's a pretty good group of guys. And then I moved to Idaho.
What were you doing in Idaho? Boise?
Yeah, I was in Boise. Well, I'm trying to think of this girl's name. It's driving me crazy. But she's
Where you
so
fell in
funny.
love, huh?
Yeah, I met a girl in Idaho. So I went out there to visit. I met a girl, fell in love. Pandemic happened, so I was there for 3 years. So then I came from Idaho to Austin. Yeah.
Wow.
Catherine Blanford is the Atlanta comic I was trying to think of. Not the love of my life.
Not the love of your life.
No,
I know her.
different person.
She's out here now.
Yeah, she's great.
So wait a minute. You went to Idaho, got swept up in the whimsy, and then when you broke up, you're like, dude, I gotta go.
Yeah, I said, I looked around. I said, what am I doing? Well, I didn't even want to really be there. I went to visit. I met a girl almost immediately. They started giving me work at the club out there, which used to be called Liquid Laughs, which I saw you at one time. You did that club.
I did that club.
Liquid Laughs.
It was a bar. It wasn't really a club.
Sure.
Yeah.
But they could fit a couple hundred people in there.
You saw me there?
You were there.
Well, how bad was that, huh? Liquid
It was right by a knitting factory, right there in Boise. Yeah.
Tough, huh?
Tough room. They did
Tough
not care for me very much.
Did they care for me? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember if I liked it or not. I do remember Boise when I was played that Liquid Laughs room. I remember walking the streets and I was past a huge line of people going to an auditorium or a big room, whatever, like a small, what is it called now? A field house type of shit.
Sure.
And I was like, dude, what the fuck is this line for? Who is this? And they were like, oh, it's Hassan Minaj. And I was like, the guy I started comedy with, I'm at Liquid Laughs. I was so fucking bummed, dude. When you hear your peer is playing stuff, oh, dude, it was tough.
He's at the Egyptian Theater, and you're at Liquid Laughs,
I was
slumming
at
with the centers.
Pump and dump. Welcome to Pump and Dump. Grab your drinks and take your seats. No, you know what though, and shout out to Hassan, good egg. But it's so funny when you do those little bounce around rooms and you're in cities, and people are playing other spots. It's either embarrassing or cool. It either hurts your feelings or you're like, oh, right on, we can go hang out. And that one was one of those that I was bummed about because I was like, oh man, he was killing it, and I was Liquid laughing it. How long ago do you think that was?
That was 6 years ago, probably 2019.
2019, yeah. Before pre-pandy.
Pre-pandy. We didn't even know it was coming.
We didn't know it was coming.
There was a storm.
You know who did? I will say, Burr said something one time. He walked into the green room of the Comedy Store. And it was just like comedy was humming, like Rogan was doing Rogan and Friends, and people were like a lot of people were coming around LA a lot, even a lot of New York guys, and every night was sold out. And it was like Eddie Griffin was coming back doing spots, Martin Lawrence was like doing spots he hadn't done in years, and so the parking lot would be like Rolls Royces and Ferraris and Lamborghinis,
Yeah.
and his entourage. And Burr walked into the green room and was like, dude, do you see what's going on outside? I was like, yeah, there's a lot of famous rich guys' cars. He's like, dude, they're going to get us. Comedy's getting too big. Something's going to happen. I was like, well, And then literally half a year later, the fucking pandemic. I was like, Burr called.
And they had to stop it somehow. And there was a
Chinese, dude.
A lot of casualties of war along the way. Just to stop the riffs for what?
Just why?
For what?
Why kill the riff, dude?
I don't know.
Well, I want to give you some compliments real fast.
Yes.
People know Casey Rocket. Yes. You are part of the Kill Tony sphere, whether or not you like it. You will be embedded in that forever. Do you do Killers of Kill Tony?
I do not. I do my own tour. So
Good for you.
I've never done those, but they have a lot of great comics on them. Yeah.
Sure, you don't have to say that, man. Just say you're not on it.
I've never done them. Yeah, I
No,
do
that's
my
good.
own tour.
No, but
yeah.
you did kind of get some great movement from that, and kudos to them for giving you the space to do it, man, because you're fucking fantastic. I love watching your shit online. It's so fucking fun and so active. So that's all I'm going to tell you. You don't have to get nervous if I keep complimenting it.
Well, yeah,
but it is rad to watch.
It changed my life. Yeah, even a year ago, I couldn't sell any. I saw some girl. I was at Mothership on Monday, and I saw this girl who was a bartender in Bisbee, Arizona, when I was there doing Chuckleheads. I did Chuckleheads a year and a half ago. I sold maybe 20 tickets over the whole weekend.
So what, 6 shows or 4 shows?
Oh God, maybe just 3. I don't. They don't do a traditional weekend.
Okay.
Chuckleheads is basically like a bar that sits maybe 40 or 50 people, but they call it a comedy club in Bisbee.
Right.
And she was the bartender, and I was like, oh my God, that was not very long ago. I mean, I couldn't move 40 tickets. There's no way. So it definitely changed my whole shit.
Are you doing clubs now or theaters?
Just clubs.
Do you want to do theaters or not?
I don't. No, not really.
Sure.
I like it. 400, 200, 300, 400 is nice. The improv out there in Irvine is that's the max I would like.
550 maybe?
550.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's big. It's good though.
Yeah. It is good. It's set up nice where you're not losing them. It feels like they're there, right?
And what are you doing? Are you bringing guys with you or no? You
Yeah.
picking up locals?
I have these guys based out of Philly, Rob Stant and Jim Gillespie, who I met last year, and I bring them almost everywhere I go.
Stanton Gillespie, a 1-2 punch. Do they get to choose who goes when? Or no?
Typically Jim goes first, but sometimes they'll just switch off. Yeah, it's up to them. I let them figure it out.
That's really fun to make them fight over it. I like that, dude.
Well, I can wash my hands of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to be the bad guy. I
know, dude. I know how that goes. When I have a couple of people, and I'm always like, I don't fucking you guys. I don't really give a shit.
I know. I don't want to be the guy who says you're the worst one. You go first.
Oh, but in Canada, you played Canada the old Canadian way. I don't know if they still do it because I haven't played their clubs in a while. But the host got paid more money than the feature because the host did the most time before the headliner.
Okay.
It would go.
Metric system.
Host does 20 kilometers a bits.
Sure, 2 clicks.
2 clicks a bits, eh? And then the feature would do a moose or 2 a bits, and then the host would come back and do more time.
Oh,
so
wow.
the host got more time overall than the feature. I always thought that was fucking weird when I first started playing there. I was like, why is the host doing another 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
And the club owner was like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is what they do. I was like, nah, dude, not in the States. That's not how
No.
It's not how it goes in Donald Trump country, my
You guys
friend.
have your fun. Play your little games, but I'm going to be just as happy with a good book back in the States. I'm an avid reader. That's what I love
list off the
telling-
books now that you
love
got right
telling
now in the
bookers.
hotel room.
A Bushwhacker's Tale, Sirius, a star-based mystery, Sirius, a Star Wars story, Interstellar, the science behind Interstellar, Chris Nolan, From Rags to Riches, Little Tito, it's, Mr. Pibb, An Oral History, and The Murder on the Orient Express.
That is so good.
Yeah.
Murder on the O Express is fantastic.
So good. Agatha Christie.
Agatha Christie. Agatha Christie. What's his tattoo, by the way? I've never even really seen this.
This one
not
or
a
this
scorpion.
one?
A scorpion.
I was in Boise, and
This was a Boise time.
this
This is a Boise
time.
bad boy tattoo.
Well, I got the bottom when I was in Baltimore last year, but
What does it say on the bottom? I can't see.
it says "feeling good again" on the bottom, but the top is gibberish. It says Scorpius Christi,
I like that.
which is adjacent to Agatha Christie. So sort of, I kind of knew I would end up here having this conversation.
Everything's
so,
full circle with you.
flat.
It
circle.
always comes back.
And this is Lynch. This is No Ibanda, the Mulholland Drive thing.
Do you love Mulholland Drive?
I don't care for it.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Why
kidding.
would you?
No, I love it. I'm a huge Lynch guy. I went and saw Firewalk with Me 3 times last week. And they were playing it at the local theater in Austin.
Really?
Twin Peaks Firewalk with Me. Went and saw it.
I did a creepy thing after he died and I watched his documentary again. There was a shot of him pulling down a road in his car, going to get cigarettes, and I was like, I know that road. Like for some reason, I knew the road because something
Yeah.
like popped out. So I fucking Google Earthed for like 20 minutes.
Street View.
Yeah, Street View in it, and then I found his crib, and I found the
Whoa.
crib. I know how weird.
You reverse engineered where he
I
lived.
did. It was creepy. Well, because in the documentary, he does a lot of stuff from his art studio that's above his home. That's kind of
Yes.
open air. And I was like, well, that's easy to find. I won't be able to. If it was anything else, I would. but I literally Google Earthed this open air studio, and I just sat there and stared at it for a while because I was like, man, that's so crazy.
Was it David Lynch and Art Life?
It was
The Art Life?
No, yeah, the Art Life. No,
Okay.
the HBO one, the
Yeah.
last one on HBO. Is that Art Life?
I thought it was called an Art Life.
Maybe
but
that's right.
There could be a couple of them. HBO seems to own the IP for some reason.
They own everybody. They own you.
They do.
We'll
They
cut to
don't-
an ad real
they just
fast
don't
with
know it
Casey
yet.
Rocket on HBO.
Hey guys, welcome to White Lotus season 3. It's gonna be a big year. Walter Goggins, Henry Drasher, Henry Drasher. Happy he's back. It's been what a sight for sore eyes. Henry Drasher has been. Look what the cat dragged down.
You've never seen White Lotus.
Okay, so I watched the first 2 seasons. I haven't seen the new one though. Parker Posey.
PP turns you off. You didn't want to get into the PP.
Hang on, I'm checking out.
Check it. Is it Parker's in this?
There you go. Last time I checked, this isn't me curled up with a good book. I'm done. I check out. I like Parker Posey from the Christopher Guest films,
So good.
the faux documentary.
I was lucky to do one thing with that guy, and it was unbelievable.
He was an SNL guy.
Yeah.
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 Just random.
Yeah. He sure was.
Funny you bring that up. He was an SNL guy, something neither of us have any association with.
Nope.
Also an SNL guy.
And his
Christopher
wife, it was an SNL gal.
Guest. Was it?
No, she loves it.
Really?
She loves the show. She watches all the time. She's at every taping.
Really?
She goes to every single taping. Refused to go to the one that Drake was a host and
Sure.
musical guest of, and that's just a political thing, I guess.
Understandably so.
I mean, you're connected to the business very heavily. People don't know this, but you run a kind of deep nepotistic world. You're connected.
Yeah.
Do you care to share any of this stuff?
I'm happy to tell you, it does not, it doesn't cur me. Jimmy Superfly Snuka was my godfather, so I'm a Nepo baby.
Damn.
And through that, Rob Reiner was was basically my little brother. He's like a little brother to me.
Yeah, because he raised you kind of, but oddly enough, you were older, but he kind of was your mentor, a youth mentor.
Yeah, every time I would make a mistake, I would look at Rob and he would go, "What'd I tell you?" He'd go, "What'd I tell you?" And he goes, "I'm not going to handle you with kid gloves anymore." I go,
Right.
gloves are coming off. So that's actually pretty cool. Wait, who was Christopher Guest's wife?
Who is his wife?
Yeah, Nancy.
You know her, Nancy Guest.
Nancy Guest.
No, you do know Christopher Guest's wife. She's very famous.
What is her name?
She's very famous.
Susan
She has
Sarandon.
3 names.
Okay.
You're going to get this. She has 3 names. Name actresses you know with 3 names.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
That's it. Christopher Guest, oddly enough, he wrote Sex and the City.
And the City.
And they had to redo it.
Sex and the City and the Big Ugly Thing. That's pretty cool. Hillary Bonham Carter, who pretty cool from Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
Another. I don't need to keep naming the three names.
I like that you're
nail 'em in the
doing
head,
it.
but
I like that you're doing it.
I'm happy to just.
Were you a Burton boy? Did you like Tim Burton a lot? Were you a big Burton fan?
As much as the next guy, my good friend William Montgomery. So when you're talking about me, you're also talking about William. We're connected at the hip.
One and the same.
He loved Danny Elfman. So
He's a big elf dog.
He loves Elfman. He plays it during his hour. Sometimes he'll stop telling jokes 5-10 minutes, just play Ice Man by Danny Elfman. It's a pleasure to watch. Rochester, New York, 150 people hung on every word playing Ice Dance by Danny Elfman.
What else do you want?
Nothing.
They paid for the tickets. They got the show.
Sure. Buy the ticket, take
the ride, man.
Hunter S. Thompson, 3-name lady.
I was a big fan of Burton. Because maybe that's a generational thing, too, because... yeah, like it's Edward Scissorhands. I feel like you're my sister's age, and she was like, "This is fine." I was like, "This is incredible."
Well, it was, it's before Scissorhands and after Scissorhands. Movie making is kind of divided into that AD.
That was, yeah, before SH.
Yeah, BSH, ASH, ASHMR. So it's ASMR, but it's just scissors clanking in your.
Are you into that shit? The
I don't
ASMR
like the way
world?
it sounds.
It bothers the fucking.
Yeah.
I can't. It drives me nuts.
I don't like the Smack King. It's a lot of like chewing.
Yeah, it's always food.
Yeah.
I also found myself getting these TikTok holes of watching a video that I kind of want to watch, but they're building something next to it, and I have to watch them build. Whatever they're building, I have to, or a bus going through one of those like anvil loops.
Sure.
I can't. I like.
So
I
you're saying
lose it.
someone is talking, and then there's a second part of the screen where
Yeah, they
something's happening.
share it. Yeah.
They're doing coin running.
Oh, love a coin run.
Coin run is
I
so
love
big.
a coin run. Coin
Yeah.
run on top of trains.
Yeah,
Train
yeah.
jumping, coin running.
So
God,
cool.
it gets me sucked in so hard. I won't even hear what the fuck Neil deGrasse had to say.
I know.
I'm coin running.
You're like, I do want to learn about the Byzantine Empire, but also he's getting a lot of coins. He's getting an unprecedented amount of coins right
Your
now.
mistake is that your day starts at 10 a.m. when you wake up.
Sure.
My day, jumping coins. It's really hard to pay attention to these
Yeah.
helpful videos.
My day starts as soon as I crack that good book. Your day starts as soon as you be watching some of them coins.
Mm-hmm.
Checkmate. Get some sleep.
Now, you've been known, and this could be a lie, but you've been known to replace a lot of the Bibles or the books of Mormons that reside in hotel rooms with what?
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
It's a creation. It's an amalgamation. So it's basically a home photo album, but it's all pictures of Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. So it's
And
pretty
do you
cool.
make these yourself and go to FedEx and copy them? And all that?
Yeah, I'm old school. This is pre-AI, so I would spend 5-6 hours. If I got a long weekend, maybe I'm in Rochester. Maybe I'm in Des Moines, Des Plaines,
Dubuque.
Andrew Desmukes, SNL, great. But maybe I spend.
Christopher Guest's wife's favorite show.
Yes, it is. I can't wait. Bobby Moynihan, close friend,
Have you hung with him?
coming for you, Moynes.
I love him, dude.
He commented on one of my posts the other day. I don't know him though, and I was like,
Was
"Holy
it
shit,
a
it's Bobby
negative or a
Moynihan."
positive post?
And that's a good question.
Fuck you, Rocket.
Eat shit, piss bag. Eat piss, shit rag. That is scary to think about. It was an emoji. So, Moynihan, if you're listening, please tell me what you meant by this. It was a shocked emoji, like, but no words. So I don't know if that meant that he didn't like it. Although, why would Bobby Moynihan go all the way to go to my page to tell me he didn't like
Well, what was the
something?
clip?
I think it was one of the rare ones. I think I was talking about Matthew Perry or something. It was one of the rare. There was one of the rare clips where I'm talking a little bit of shit.
You were talking about, was it on a podcast or stand-up?
Stand up.
And you were saying how Matthew Perry is.
Deceased. Passed away.
That maybe he just found out. Maybe it took your page to.
That's true. Maybe that's how he got the. And he went, what? What? No. 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 This can't be happening. This
What
can't
did
be
you say
happening.
about Matthew Perry?
I was riffing. God forbid.
You're always a riffer, dude.
I'm always one thought away from a clinical riff. And this was in. It doesn't matter where it was, but I think it was in Arlington, Virginia. And I was really off the wayward path. And I was talking about. I know what it was. Matthew Perry put his wiener in a hot tub jet, got filled up like a balloon. And normally I don't talk about stuff like that. Normally I'm even keeled, right?
Yeah.
And I don't go one way, I don't go the other. Did he get his wiener filled up? Not for me to say, right? I like to stay out of it, wash my hands of it. But I put that on Instagram. Moynihan sees it. I think he meant that he didn't like what I was saying.
I would imagine this was him going, fun joke.
Funny.
Funny.
In here, we pour whiskey.
Baseball is back, and it is back in a big way. The NBA playoffs are here, baby. If you're like me and you want to add a little skin to the game, you got to download PROPHETX today. If you're someone like me that likes to put a couple of shekels on a team that you support or a team that you just know has got it like that, then you got to get PROPHETX. PROPHETX offers the best prices. You can even request your own odds on the Lakers with that guy who makes his kid play on the team for fun. Ha! Come on. We're talking about LeBron James. One of the best chase down blockers I've ever seen in the NBA, by the way. For the record, the guy is unbelievable. PROPHETX is a peer-to-peer exchange available in over 40 states, including California, right where I'm sitting right now. On this exchange, you'll always get the best odds, and you can even play completely for free. That's right, completely for free. And peer-to-peer exchange. That's what's up, all right? You're not going up against some weird algorithmic computer beep-bop-boop-bop. You're going for the real deal. Download PROPHETX now and use the promo code WHISKEY to get to up to $200 in profit cash right now. Once again, if you're someone like me who's in love with what's going on in the new baseball season, go Cubs go. And hopefully that'll continue. It's a long season, but who knows? Also, the NBA playoffs. Download PROPHETX now and use promo code WHISKEY to get up to $200 in profit cash. Hey, Whiskey Ginger listeners. We got a quick favor to ask of you. We often do ad reads on the show and want to make sure We're recommending brands that you like. We're taking in all the feedback about past brands we featured on the show and learning more about your experiences so we can continue strengthening our relationship. So we set up a quick survey, and we're going to give one lucky listener or viewer a $150 Amazon gift card. You like Amazon? Huh? You want to buy Bezos another yacht? Well, hey. I've got a $150 Amazon gift card for you. Just take a few minutes to fill out the survey, and it will be an enormous help to us here at Whiskey Ginger. So go to surveymonkey.com/r/whiskeyginger, and we'll put that link in the description. Obviously, it's down below. You're not going to be able to remember that or write it down. But click it in the description, fill out the survey, and make sure to enter your email address for a chance to win a $150 Amazon gift card. Again, click the link in the description, enter your email, complete that survey. You get yourself a chance to win a gift card. Thanks for all you do to support everything we do here at Whiskey Ginger with Andrew Santino. It means the world to us. Thank you much. When I walk in the room, everybody goes, man, does he look good? And he smells good more than anything. That's because I use CREMO. CREMO is incredible. What sets CREMO apart from other men's deodorants? Well, I'll tell you right now, they use enhanced multi-layered scent technology. Scent technology. Long-lasting experience all day. You're going to be stinking good. You can apply it once and enjoy how you smell for the whole day. And honestly, distinct scents crafted from a thoughtful blend of ingredients. I do really like this. It smells unique and different. CREMO deodorants enhance the possibilities of men's body care. All right? And I love it, genuinely, because it's got this beautiful, clean smell. It's not overpowering, not too strong. It's not going to stain your shirts. The shirt stain thing is such a big no-no for me. CREMO also offers a wide range of other grooming products for men, including shaving cream, beard oil, and shampoo, so you can find your favorite scent and buy the whole body care line. They sent me over a bunch, and I got to tell you, delicious. Little hints of tobacco, little leather, and I also smell like the woods. I want to smell like a guy's guy, all right? CREMO is a great sponsor. They want men to smell better and feel better, all right? It's time to take back your control of stinking good with CREMO. And stink is not a negative word, by the way. I stink good. I stink very good. So do yourself a favor, head to Target or go to Target.com to find CREMO's new line of antiperspirants and deodorants in the Italian bergamot and Palo Santo scents. The Italian bergamot is fantastic, by the way. Feel like you're at the Amalfi Coast. Once again, that's Target or Target.com. So get to Target or Target.com to find CREMO's new line of antiperspirants and deodorants in the Italian bergamot and Palo Santo scents. Once again, that's Target or Target.com.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Funny.
Funny. I know
I bet
Andy
he liked
Samberg.
it. I bet he liked it.
Maybe. If he knows Andy Samberg, he's got to like me.
He's gotta like that. Gotta, you guys are the same.
We're one and the same. Hot Rod.
Island Boys.
I wrote Hot Rod almost word for word, and then I saw the movie come on TBS, and I went, you got to be fucking kidding me. I mean, you got to be kidding me. This is pretty funny stuff.
Pretty good.
But I would have liked it to be
I like that you never saw it in the theater. You waited till it was TBS worthy.
Yeah. No, I took a girl named Jana Galbraith.
Galbraith?
Galbraith. She was one of my best friends, Eric Brooks's. It was her cousin. And she was in 7th grade. I was in 6th grade. We went and saw Hot Rod. And I talked to my friend the whole movie, who is now in prison, besides the point.
What for?
Trafficking. He had a bit of a...
He was a traffic king. Always directing traffic.
Yeah, he was doing it too good. They shut it down. Cuff him. I talked to my buddy the whole movie, and then afterwards she said, we're breaking up. You talked to your stupid friend the whole time. And I went, the movie's funny as hell.
I want to chat with my boy.
Andy Samberg, Bill Hader. Man.
You didn't do anything wrong, man. I feel like it's sitting with you.
Sure. I'm going back to that place.
Yeah, I saw you do it.
I've been blipping in and out. I'm like Rust Cole when he's getting interviewed, and I'm having a couple of Lone Stars, and I'm going, sorry, where was I? Thinking about Hot Rod, Jana Galbraith. What a name.
Jay Galbraith. What's she up to now, you think? Where's Gold Golly?
Where does a girl like that go? Where do they all go?
Where do they all go,
Blink
man?
and you'll miss them. I don't know. She's probably better off. She's better off without me. I'll say that.
Doubt it. Not the Casey Rocket I know.
We could have made a run at it. I think that sometimes we could have made a real run at it. I knew her for 1 week.
You think any day, at some point, you'll be a Papa Bear?
Have a kid?
Yeah, you think you'll be a Papa?
I'm trying to have a kid save my life. I would love if I had a son. I feel like it would like save my shit.
Yeah.
Like I would.
Daughter though.
Opposite. I go off the deep end.
Yeah, crash out.
I take my go bag. I go. $50 on the dining room table for your 18th birthday. I'm gone.
50 is pretty generous.
50 nice. 50 nice, especially if you put it in escrow. Like, bro.
Hit her with a trust, dude.
Yeah, hit her with the trust fund. I don't know. That's funny. Whenever I think about having a kid, I always think of it as a son. I don't know what I would do if it was a daughter. Probably just bail.
Yeah, you'd have to.
I'd have to save face.
Just keep riffing.
Yeah, keep riffing.
Daughter's not going to let you riff, buddy.
No, drag you down.
You're
Painting nails. Painting nails.
Painting nails,
Changing
dude.
diaper. My son won't need
Doll-
a diaper. Not a
doll
chance.
hair, dude. A lot of doll hair everywhere.
My son, he's just using dude wipes.
You do. Let's cut to a clip.
Dude wipes. Wipe it, dude.
White Lotus season 3.
Sponsored by Dude Wipes. The island's getting crazy.
The island's getting sweaty. Nothing says sweat like dude wipe.
I've never seen any White Lotus, and I know I'm like out of the mix. I'm not a TV.
Yeah.
Nope.
You watch movie?
Only movie. I don't like TV. I like movie.
Sure.
And I'll
Yeah.
rewatch a movie I've seen an absurd amount of times before I'll watch a new TV show.
I'm the same way. I mean, yeah, I saw Firewalk with me 3 times last week. So I get it. I rewatch tons of movies. I watch probably 2 movies every day. But
Movies get more interesting to me when I watch them again. TV shows, you really gotta fucking sink me. Like, because they're like, it gets good in episode 6. I'm like, I don't want to fucking stick around for
5 hours until I get there?
Yeah,
Get real.
I don't know. Thank you.
No thanks. I'm the same way. It takes a lot. You got to really twist my arm to get me to watch a TV
Like, what was the
show.
last TV TV series that you were like, this is good TV?
There was a show on AMC called The Terror that I thought was pretty good.
The Terror.
The Terror. It was about a doomed Arctic expedition. I thought it was pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool. Who's in that?
Yeah. British people.
Yuck.
You wouldn't know 'em.
Yuck.
You wouldn't like them either.
I got stuck on this show, on a Tom Hardy show called Taboo,
Okay.
and it's fantastic.
Yeah, all right. I saw that on Prime. I didn't see it, though. I saw the image.
That was actually pretty good, and then they clipped it really fast because he didn't want to do it anymore. But before that, I think it was Breaking Bad, which is like so long ago now.
Yeah. The North Water, also a great British drama. Yeah, Breaking Bad. I finally just watched it for the first time. That's how long I waited, like last year. I just saw it.
Did
for
you
the
like
first
it?
time. I liked it. I like Jesse. I like Pinkman. Same guy.
Stop there. Steals the show.
I know.
Pink Man.
Pinkman. He goes, did somebody say Crystal? Never. Pause for studio
for
audience.
Pinkman.
Pause for Pinkman.
He
So
just
cool.
said it's photographs now. Pause for Pinkman. Did someone say Crystal? People come all over the world to hear him say it.
You hear the live studio audience.
Lose their shit.
Say it again. And go, all right, one more time. Did somebody say Crystal? Fuck. Gatling gun. I thought it was great. I thought Cranston was great, but I was sad that he took the Emmy over Rust Cole in True Detective Season 1, which is
He
we're
earned
back
it.
where we started. I guess he did.
He earned it, man.
Whatever, man. I hate getting caught up on this Pinkman stuff.
I got to be honest with you. I think you are such a funny dude, fun to play. And you know what's always interesting to me is like the text that we had today where I'm like, hey, are you in LA? Yeah, I'm in LA. And you're like, I got to go to the agents. And I know what that does to the inside of a comedian to go to a fucking building
Sure.
of age. I mean, it just. So my wife was like, she's like, are you going to pod today? I said, I think we might be able to pod today. He's going to his agency, and she was like making something and stopping. She was like, oh God, like so concerned, like it was a death in the family. It's
God
like,
bless him.
Fuck, poor kid.
See if you can turn that attitude around in time for the podcast.
Yeah. I get really I don't know if it fucks you up, but I hate going to those spots. It does something to me, man. I don't know. I just get annoyed fast. I don't want to do it.
They're all great people, but they all...
That has nothing to do with it.
I feel like they don't really know me. So they're all like, you should do more... You should read more stories. You should tell more stories into the camera on Instagram, and then we can use that.
They're trying to pitch you
Yeah.
bits?
Yeah, they're like telling me
What
kind
the
of...
fuck?
I'm not trying to talk out of school here. I'm sure they might listen. But yeah, they're saying like, if you do this, then we can monetize that. Right? It's all about how do we get the cash?
How do we get the money? The money. I want the money.
Everybody's got a price. Ted DiBiase.
Casey, can we sell your socks online after you wear them? Can we market you, Casey? How do we market Casey?
Dude,
It's brutal.
it's fucking, that's the grossest shit.
Yeah, I'm not a slab of meat. I'm not prime cut.
No, you're not.
No.
You're a rump roast.
I'm a rump roast, and I'm a work in progress. And I'm just getting started, really. I'm just getting my sea legs. So, yeah, they're saying, like, if you change your whole lifestyle and you change all these things people like about you, we can sell it. And, like, sell what? Now I'm not even me anymore. And then I'm looking around at my empire of dirt like Johnny Cash, and I'm going, where's my loved ones? Where's my daughter? Where's my son? I got nothing, but I got a fistful of dollars. Clint Eastwood. Brutal.
Brutal. $1 million baby. That's who you'll become to them.
I'll be riffing on stage. I'll fall and break my neck on a stool. And they'll stand up and they'll drag me into the streets like Gaddafi. Strap me to the front of a Jeep and parade me around town. Brutal. But they'd make a little coin from it.
If they'd make money, it's worth it.
Yeah. They'd have me 6 feet deep selling my bones as necklaces. Scary.
Scary, but real, dude.
I'm starting to shift a little bit, getting a little scared.
Yeah, no. They're not going to come get you.
They don't know where I
How
am.
are you really? You truly are. Truly close to William Montgomery.
Mm-hmm. Good,
I
good
love
friend of
that
mine.
dude too.
He's
so fucking
genuine
funny to me.
eccentric. Yeah, and I'll say this about William, and I don't think this is talking out of school. He's probably my best friend. I don't know where his accent comes from. I've never talked to anyone who talks remotely. I'm from the South. I'm from Georgia, and I've never met anyone who talks like William Montgomery.
Well, he's from Tennessee, right?
Yeah, so a little different. Tennessee's a pocket.
different, but that's a different
Yeah.
accent.
It is different, but he talks so uniquely. It's so funny. So he could say anything, and it's so funny.
Can you give me the difference of Georgia and other surrounding accents?
So Georgia would be like,
Do it with one word. Say Stephen King's The Mist.
Stephen King's The Mist.
The Mist.
The Mist. So Theo Vaughn talks more like how someone from Georgia might talk. It's that typical Southern twang.
But he's not from Georgia.
But he's not. He's from Louisiana, right?
No, he's not even from there.
And-
It's all been a lie.
And it's better
He's
off
from
for it.
Boston. How great if he's from fucking
Charlestown.
Yeah, from fucking Charlestown, dude. I gotta flip this fucking accent before I get on the road. Yeah, dude. His agents were like, "That's it.
That's it.
We can monetize that."
Dude wipes. But William,
dude.
every time he talks, it's so funny. It's all like, there's a little bit of fucking poop in my ass. Like, it's a little bit of like...
It's Valley. It's a little
Yes,
Valley
it's a
girl.
little Valley
Yeah.
girl. And it's, God, he's so funny. I love him.
He is wonderful. How have you guys met in Austin though? You didn't know each
Yeah.
other before.
No, I had never even seen Kill Tony until I moved to Austin or heard of it.
Well, that makes sense.
And
That's
so
kind of
I,
where it gained ground.
blew up.
Like here, we knew it because we grew. We
To
grew
the
up in the
store.
store together. Yeah,
That makes sense.
But when it left, man, it did a number, man. It really blew up. It became the thing that people.
Yeah.
The fucking thing that blew my mind was I would see these videos, these kids being like, I drove here, from Montana or to down here, and it, whatever it took me 18, 19, or whatever. And they drive there just to try to get on, and they wouldn't get on. And you're like, that's fucking wild, dude.
Now what?
That's crazy.
Or you do get on and they don't have a minute ready, and you're like, you had the whole car ride,
Yeah,
man.
dude.
You drove here from Billings.
You didn't riff with your boy in the front seat.
I was on a plane ride with this guy. I was coming back from I was at the Mall of America in Minnesota.
Love.
And good. So good. Squidward statue.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. Have a laugh. Go sit next to Squidward and go, we did it.
We did it, baby boy.
We did it. We made it.
Oh, shit, here comes SpongeBob.
Fuck. Hey, keep it down, keep it down, keep it down. Pretend to be asleep. I was thinking about this. I will return to this in one second, but I remember I had this memory. I was in high school and I used to skip class all the time. And I was driving with my friend and we had drinking some cough medicine and it was just kicking in. And it's like 11 in the morning, right? And I'm driving and I get to a stoplight. Remind me to return to Kill Tony. I get to a stoplight. And the cough medicine, the tuss is kicking in. It's 11 in the morning, so it's early for tuss. I'm at a stoplight. I look, Ferris Bueller situation. My dad is at the other stoplight.
No
I swear to
way.
God, this is true. I just remembered this the other day. And I'm with my buddy. And so I'm kind of spacey. And I see my dad And I go, oh shit, dude, get down. And I'm driving. I'm driving, right? So it completely takes away that logic. So I get down like under the wheel. And I was thinking, what did I think? What was best case scenario? He would go, oh, there's a ghost in Casey's car. So very clearly I had a red Pontiac Grand Am. And he would just go, oh, nobody's driving Casey's car. That's interesting.
Seems pretty normal.
Just goes past him, just nothing. Ghost car.
Dad busted you.
Dad busted me. No, he saw I like peeked over the wheel and he was pointing at me. And he goes, phone, pick up your phone. And I said, hey, sorry, I had a doctor's appointment.
In the middle of school?
Yeah. And it's as if he would know if I had a doctor's
100%.
appointment.
Yeah, he scheduled it.
Yeah, I wasn't making my own doctor's appointments at 16 years old. Oh, sorry, it was something I should have told you I had a doctor's appointment. But I always thought that's funny, that kind of drug logic where you're like, if I can't see you, you can't see me.
Oh, I love that logic. They can't see us. Well, it also applies the other way. They're all looking at you, which is also this bullshit panic of you're like, nobody's paying attention to you.
No.
But I did that in high school all the time. We'd skip and go get high.
Yeah.
Wasn't a tuss dog, but I just smoked a lot of pot.
Sure, smoke weed.
And I would just go smoke weed, and then I would always be like, do you think those guys are like talking about us? It's like they don't give a fuck that you're there.
Yeah. What would give them means to be like, look at these fucking jerk offs.
Look at these guys are probably doing pot. You guys doing pot, man?
Get over here.
Did you graduate?
I graduated high school, and then I graduated from the University of Georgia Southern. I'm a Georgia Southern Eagle. They nominated me to be one of the 40 under 40.
Good God.
But I forgot to apply. So,
Yeah.
But
Okay. That's fine.
I am happy for the honor.
What was that fight song again?
Come on, Eagles, and kick 'em and rock 'em and put 'em in the nest.
Put them in a nest, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, put them back where they belong.
Put 'em in the nest egg, let 'em grow, kick 'em out when they're ready to fly.
When they're ready to fly.
One lives, three fall. The ones that fall can also rise. So, it's good, but it's long, but it's
It
good.
is. I gotta be honest. It kind of turned into a Red Hot Chili Peppers song, so you gotta be careful, dude. You don't want to get sued by Keed.
Sure.
AK will sue you, dude.
Oh, man. Get John for questioning on me. Or whatever the fuck his last name is.
Questioning. Frusciante. Frusciante.
For Jean.
Frusciante. All right. Least favorite popular band. Go. Least favorite popular band. This band is big. Case
And
Rocket
bad.
don't like it.
Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters stinks, huh? You
Yeah.
think they stink?
I saw them live when I was a kid. One of the loudest shows I've ever been to. People were smoking big blunts. It was at Phillips Arena in Georgia. Big
Blunts
smoke
at a Foo
box.
Fighter show.
That's what sticks in my mind.
Doesn't
'cause-
really add up.
I know, because as I age, who's like, you ready to smoke this thing? And they're listening to Learning to Walk Again by the Foo Fighters. What a joke. You're a clown. Like, what age brings a blunt to the Foo Fighters concert?
Strange though. Strange world.
I know. I've
Okay,
seen weirder.
favorite band that not a lot of people like. That people are like, that's there. I don't know.
I think the B-52s is underrated.
Oh, really? You do?
My dog was a whale, and it's as big as a truck.
Eating my shoes.
Most of their songs are about swimming. Every B-52
So
song.
much swimming.
So much swimming. Like, at least one line out of every song they have is like, then we went to the pool.
By the way, that was his.
I love
He was
this
trying to get a pool at the house, and everybody was like, "We can't have a pool, dude.
Yeah.
just let it fucking go.
Let it go.
I'm gonna keep writing in every song. Yeah. Then we went for a dip. What do you say?
It's not that expensive. You can write it off.
Come on, guys. We'll take some time. We'll dig a hole together.
And then they're sitting there going, you can't write it off.
Can't write it off. That's impossible. We looked up the tax code. That doesn't
Yeah.
even make sense. Can't write off a pool.
You're going to say that's a business expense. You're out of your mind.
If we write songs from the pool,
Yeah, it's basically my office. And the desk is the waves. You're like, all right, I see where you're going, but
get
it's
it.
not going to work.
let me see it.
About we are returning to the Kill Tony
Let's
stuff.
get back to Killtown.
It is funny. So it's like the Tonight Show, but you have an opportunity to be on it. So it's like if the Tonight Show allowed bucket polls, because it's gotten to that point where it is that popular.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there is just this feverish amount of people lurking outside the mothership on Mondays, waiting for their opportunity in the limelight. It's pretty interesting.
It is very interesting. It
Because
is.
they can't get on. It can't change their life.
Some people.
Some people.
It has. Now, it's also done the opposite, where it's definitely ruined someone's life, too.
Sure. People get nervous and say the N-word. Like, whoa.
Oh, shit, dude.
Whoops.
Was that your thought on the way from Billings? Did you think maybe I'll bail with the N-word? Have you seen someone come off of that you're like truly, truly impressed within a minute? Have you ever seen someone that you're like, holy shit? They have a thing.
I don't watch it like that.
No. But I mean, have you heard through the grapevine? Do you know anyone that's come off of it like that?
Like
Because I don't pay attention.
where it was like a rags to riches thing.
Yeah.
Like a true bucket pull. I don't know.
No, yeah, isn't that interesting?
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of false hope.
But it can happen. But what people don't see is like I've been doing comedy for 11 years.
Right.
Ari Maddie's been doing it for like 15. Hans 15. William like 20. So we've been, but I think people think you just walk up there, right?
They think you're part of that world.
You're out there waiting.
Yeah.
You're waiting, and then your name got pulled. But really, you've been out there. You've been riffing.
You've been riffing.
Been riffing.
When you are you doing the Mothership weekly when you're at home or no? You treat it like the home club, or are you just on the road a lot?
Doing spots there.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I'm back, so since last summer, I've been on the road at least 3 weeks out of the month. But when I'm back, I'll normally get to do about a weekend a month. I'll do spots. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You like the little room or the big room?
Little room.
The
Yeah.
little one's isn't it the best?
Yeah. And when I'm home, I want something where I can feel comfortable to let my hair down and have some laughs. And it feels better for me to just have it be 90, 100 people in that little room. And I can kind of not feel as much pressure.
It's a true workout little
Yeah.
space. It reminds me, by the way, you
great.
said we talked before the show for a second about Laughing Skull in Atlanta. It reminds me of the Skull a little bit.
Yeah.
Tight, tiny,
Tight.
compact.
Dark is perfect. They're all right there. The big room is equally as good, but I feel more pressure, and I don't like to feel
Well,
pressure.
it's more performative.
Yeah.
You got to put on. Can
Yeah.
you still smoke in the Laughing Skull indoors? Last time I was there, you could still smoke inside.
In that green room?
No. In the restaurant next door.
Oh.
They used to
I
still
know
have
what you're
smoke.
talking
That's
about.
smoking like
Yeah. I don't think you can anymore.
That stinks, dude.
But you could smoke in the Atlanta airport up until last year. I think it was probably that same ordinance killed smoking in the
why would they
Skull.
take that away from people?
I know. For what?
How long you been smoking?
Since I was a little kid. Pretty regularly since I was probably 15. Yeah.
Keep it going.
Yeah, it's going good so far.
Payoff is coming, baby.
The big one.
The big one's coming.
The golden cigarette. They take me to the Marlboro factory. I get to meet Joe Camel.
He comes out on a cane and does a fucking tumble.
Oh, and he lands it.
Holy shit.
Welcome.
I bet the gold makes the cigarette taste terrible.
I'm going to show you how we make the Camel Crush balls. It's a big cauldron. So cool.
And there's Slugworth who comes up.
Yeah.
And then the Marlboro man comes over and tries to convince you to sell him the Camel Crush recipe underneath a bridge at night, and you're with your grandpa who just won't get out of bed. He's ripping heaters all night.
Charlie, don't give him the chemical compound to the Camel Crush.
This is bigger than us. It's about loyalty. Piss bad.
When I was a kid, my dad smoked so much. And every woman he ever married or dated. And so my benefit was with their friends and people they hung out with, and wherever we went, whether we went to like a restaurant when you used to be able to have the smoking sections, and I would go around and I'd get Marlboro Miles. You know about Marlboro Miles?
Oh, I've heard tell.
Brother.
Yeah.
Amazing. It was like a little kid scavenger hunt. You were like, I could just go up to these adults, be cute, and be like, can I have your cigarette pack, please? He'd rip the Miles off. You collect them, keep them in a Ziploc bag on the fridge, and then I'd order myself a fucking jacket, some shoes.
Yeah, they
truly
took away
was
the merch.
It was amazing to have merch for cigarettes.
I know. Now all those things, they're top dollar. Everybody's got a price.
Everyone's got a price, man.
Yeah, and what's yours? That's a real question. What's yours, man?
I don't know. The agents are still working on it right now.
I know.
They're going to
China.
sell tickets. They'll do platinum lift at my funeral. You want front row? You got to go through a third-party market, dude. I'm doing meet and
Ticketmaster.
greets at my funeral. No pictures, you guys. Just talk to him, dude. Don't touch him. Stay back. Do you
Don't
do that?
touch
You
him.
do meet and greets?
Don't touch him. He's sticky.
He's sticky, baby. You do any meet
I
and greets?
do. I
You
do it after every show. Yeah.
After every show?
Every show. Hmm.
You're not charging. You're going on saying hi.
Yeah, no charge.
That's very nice.
Free charge. Last week when I was in Portland was the first week I have finally decided to stop doing it after the early show.
Oh well,
Only
'cause-
late shows.
yeah, dude. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I think people don't. I've talked about it, but like, it's another job.
Yeah.
And people are like, "What do you mean? Just say what's up." You're like, but it's like a lot of energy to like do a show, say hi to everyone, and then go do another job again.
Yeah, and start it all over, and it's very performative, and I'm genuinely happy for people to be there. But yeah, it's a lot. You know, you're making everyone happy, and you're entertaining. You're playing house, so
You're playing house, and
Yeah.
what role are you playing at house?
mommy,
You little cute little mommy girl, little mommy girl in your little cute little outfit.
grilled cheese.
Anybody want grilled cheese?
Everyone grilled cheese. Everyone grilled cheese. What's wrong with Casey? Grilled cheese.
He's been handing out grilled cheese at the meet and greets, where it's really it's not fiscally responsible. We're like losing a lot of money. He's making so many grilled cheese.
He's signing the grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese also the way to the hearts. That's the way to the hearts of festival goers. You like? Do you ever been to a Dead show?
No, I've
You're
been
not
to
in that world?
Bonnaroo though.
Bonnaroo.
Bonnaroo.
And that's in Tennessee, right?
It's in Tennessee. Yeah, so
Nashville.
grilled cheese is like currency.
It
At
is.
Festival. You're totally right. Yeah.
But I did that because I had that. I learned that run in the, for lack of a better word, jam band world when I was in high school. My good friend Martitius, he was like, "Bro, I gotta introduce you to some people," and I went to these shows because I liked hip hop a lot when I was in high school, and I was like, "Well, I could like this shit." Dude, I went, it was incredible. I was like, so this girl will sell grilled cheese, make money, trade this for tickets, do that. She showed up with no money, just bread and cheese and a little fucking George Foreman grill. And he's like, brother, the world is your oyster here, dude. It was just, I was impressed. I was like, you could trade anything for anything.
Well, it's revolutionary Marxism. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's by the people, for the people.
For the people, by the people, for the people again. And no one
Yeah.
gets a cut.
No.
The agents don't
tax-free.
get a cut, dude.
How do we monetize the grilled cheese, Casey?
Maybe we can keep the crust. You're not getting the fucking crust.
Get the fuck out of here,
Get your hands off me,
agents.
freak.
Yeah.
You know they would. If I'm the sandwich in this metaphor, you know they're taking the crust.
Taking the crust, baby.
And the tomato sauce is
In here, we pour whiskey.
The air is crisp and fresh. It's sunny now. The sun's poking its little head out, depending on where you are in the country. And it's time to eat good food. It's time to open up those doors and have a little snack on the patio. That's where HelloFresh comes in. Spring is about to be sprung on you with HelloFresh. HelloFresh makes it easier to fit quick home-cooked meals into your schedule every week by curating delicious recipes like pasta primavera, chicken Dijon, and pecan-crusted trout, which is extremely delicious, by the way. Never thought I was a trout fan. Got that pecan-crusted trout. Very good. As well as over 100 seasonal snacks, ideas, sides, and treats. Everything you can think of, HelloFresh has got it. And in 2025, we're evolving to fit every lifestyle by bringing customers even more convenience without compromising on taste, health, or homemade quality. Our new ready-made meals offer chef-crafted, flavorful dishes that are ready in just 3 minutes so you can dig in, get outside, get work done, or just chill out. Take it easy. Throw the ball with the pup, you know? Have some me time. Every HelloFresh meal uses high-quality ingredients, including seasonal, fresh produce, and proteins that travel from the farm to your doorstep. They go from to ding-dong, right where you live. Flexible deliveries that you can pause or skip whenever you need. I've been using HelloFresh for a long, long time. And I'm telling you, it's so convenient and easy. I hate cooking, and I don't like shopping. This knocks out both. Fresh ingredients to my door, and it's all well curated, so I can cook it in a jiff. All right? And get to living. Feel great with meals that fit your spring schedule and make the season even more delicious. Go to HelloFresh.com/whiskey10FM now to get 10 free meals with a free item for life. 1 per box with active subscription. Free meals applied as discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. Hey, you feel like there's not enough hours in the day to work out? I feel the exact same way, unless you're one of these lunatics that wakes up at 2:30 in the morning and gets a workout in before the day starts. Not for me, okay? I need to slot it in midday. I'm about to go after this to go to the gym. And I'll tell you what, with Tonal gets it done conveniently. It's the world's smartest workout that effortlessly fits into the busiest of lifestyles. With the latest iteration, Tonal 2, you can ensure your workout is more tailored and effective than ever. You've seen Tonal before. I know you've seen it, the commercials and the ads. Tonal is incredible, and we all got a million things going on. Why not have the gym in your house or your garage or wherever is convenient for you. This new built-in Smart View leverages high-resolution camera that lets you see yourself during your workout. You like staring in the mirror at the old gym? This has that. Analyzes your movement and provides real-time coaching like a personal trainer, so it sees how off you are. It sees when you're doing that squat, that dip down, that kettlebell swing. It's like, dude, what are you doing? You're going to hurt your back. What are you doing? You want to blow a disc again, Santino? That's what it said to me. With new drop sets, Tonal 2 analyzes your movement, senses when you're fatiguing, and will drop weight until your muscles are maxed out. An experience you can only get in a gym until now with Tonal. It's actually so intelligent the way it does this. It tracks what you're doing, tracks your movement, tracks your strength and your resistance, and it knows automatically how to shift to make sure you're getting the best burn and workout possible in the shortest amount of time, because a lot of people don't have a lot of time. You don't got an hour, 2 hours. Some people got 30 minutes. 30 minutes is good enough. And right now, Tonal is offering our listeners $200 off your Tonal purchase with promo code whiskey. That's tonal.com. Use the promo code whiskey for $200 off your purchase. That's tonal.com, Tonal.com, promo code whiskey for $200 off.
Ginger. I like gingers.
You can say it, dude.
I haven't snorted in years. Felt good.
I like a snort.
I
love
like
a good
a snort. Being vulnerable. You know, I snort a lot on dates. When I meet a girl and I'm feeling really vulnerable, it's a new thing. It just started happening a couple years ago. I meet a girl, I'm being vulnerable. She says something funny. Like, what are these? Everyone's on their phones. And I go, just throw a snort at her.
Hit
See
her
if
with
she
a
like.
snort, dude. See how she reacts. Yeah, then you're oinking. You hit her with the oink, she knows you're in love.
Sure.
You hit her with a
Yeah,
snort.
there's a fine
interesting.
line to the snorts. More than 2 snorts, you're oinking.
You're oinking,
Right.
kid. I think he loved me. He was oinking all night long. Shut up. You got a fucking oink from the rocket? Get yourself an oink on the way out.
Come on, guys. Tip your waitresses. Grab yourself an oink on the way out. Oh, no. Backfiring. There's a fine line. I'm going to oink myself into the grave.
Do you sell merch at shows? Mm-hmm. You do?
Yeah, I have 5 different shirts. But
Shut up.
I normally fly with 2 variations. I'll bring 2. Yeah, I brought some.
5
of the
is a shitload.
It's a lot, but that's just what's on my website. So I have a shirt guy. They're named Raw Paw, great local company
Raw
in
Paw.
Austin. Raw Paw, oink me to death, daddy. And they'll give me they mail it, so it'll meet me at the club. I go to Laugh Boston. I got 100 tees waiting for me. And yeah, I sell them after shirt, 25
Did you just do Laugh Boston?
Yeah, I was there in December is when I was
John
thinking of it.
Tobin, shout out to Tobers.
Yeah, he told me.
He was one of the guys that I will always remember the clubs that gave me a shot before I genuinely didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
Where they were like, "You're a nice guy, you're funny, you're working hard, fuck it, we'll give you the shot,"
Yeah.
Where you're like, "I'm sorry, I can't sell shit, but I'm really gonna bust my ass for you, I really will try." They were one of them that let me do some shit there before I, Comedy on State was good.
Mm-hmm.
I will say there's only one club that never really let me go before I should have gone. Even when I could have gone and I deserved it, was Acme in Minneapolis.
Really?
The irony is staggering. I shot my fucking special in Minneapolis.
Well, you got yours.
Just a month ago. That's right, Acme. Eat my fucking ass.
Eat
I
my
did
butt
4
cheeks.
shows at Pantages, you fucking dickheads. They never let me headline for some reason. They didn't like my shit. Maybe they didn't like me.
Maybe.
But I remember being like, that's weird because all these other clubs were way more valid than them. And
Yeah.
they never let me come around.
Sit and spin, shirt rack.
Sit and spin,
The dish
daddy.
towel's on the other leaf.
Is there a club that's of your I really want to play that club and I haven't yet?
I am finally going to be able to do comedy works in this
Denver?
summer. Yeah, Denver.
Downtown?
Downtown.
Yeah, downtown.
Primo. So Creek and Cave was that club for me. They were letting me headline right when I moved to Austin. I was living in my car and they were letting me headline. And I would sell. I mean, no one knew who I was. So if it did sell anything, it was just strictly by happenstance.
That's great, though.
Date night stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. And I would, 40 people show up, 10 people, 15 people. And they were giving me Saturday, 9 p.m. They let me headline, Rocket
Whoa.
and Friends. Nobody go. Nobody know. Up there, riff.
Riff. Kill.
Kill. Word starts spreading. Who is this young riff kid?
Y'all here to see the Riff King. Get in line.
Get in line, brother. It's going to cost you an oink and a handshake. Put her there.
Get on in there. Front row for these oinkers.
Couple of pig sloppers. Put them on the piss stool. Put the pig sloppers on the
Put
piss
the
stool.
pig sloppers up on that pig stool, boy. So Comedy Works is going to be phenomenal. That was an early one for me too. They treated me right. They were so good to me.
Yeah, that's as good as it gets. I've gotten to do Zany's Chicago several times now. That was a big goal of mine. Zany's Nashville is also wonderful.
Love.
Yeah, I love the classic clubs with all the headshots on all the walls. Make you feel like a real comic. Yeah,
It does, doesn't it? Because the newer ones, it's fine,
it.
but
Don't do
they're
it
just it does something to you.
Yeah, the cookie cutter kind of the corporate clubs, and it's good for business. It's good if it got a stage, I'll go do it. But I love those old school ones.
They're the best.
And the improvs are always great.
You done Comedy on State in Madison?
That's where I started the tour last year.
That's
Comedy on
great.
State. Yeah.
What about like Punch and SF or Cobb's?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Both
I
great.
did. I'm going back. So I did 2 nighters at each last year. I did 2 nights at Cobb's, 2 nights at Punchline.
That's great, man.
Yeah, it was a good run. Cobb's is great. That's about the capacity I'm looking for. About 450, perfect.
Yeah.
Double decker.
When Ital said he was going to shoot a special there, I was like, well, that's fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Have you shot a special yet?
No.
You're coming up on one though. You got to do one soon.
I got the hour down, but it's different. I improvise maybe. I'd say out of the hour, 15 minutes is different every night. Maybe 20 minutes.
That's great.
Depends. Yeah.
Shoot a couple of
Keep it
shows
fresh.
and then
For sure.
fuck it. Who cares?
That would be what it is. I think we'd try to shoot 3, and then we would Frankenstein it together. But what if worms could scream?
And it's called Oink Yourself to Death. Oink the hell out of here.
Oink me like Gaddafi. Take me to the piss palace.
Take me to the piss palace. All right, how about this? Name my special for me. My special doesn't come out till September. Name it for me. I'm going to use the Rocket recommendation
Okay.
because I know the Rocket's got a wreck.
The day the whistle died.
We already pitched that. Yeah, we pitched that. Hulu didn't like it.
No such thing as a free dinner.
That's actually pretty good.
That's not bad.
No such thing as a free dinner.
Yeah. Laughs unlimited.
Laughs Unlimited. Presented by Laughs Unlimited.
Brought to you by Crank Yankers.
Hello? Hello? Yeah, I'm in the lost. I'm in the abyss over what I'm gonna call. I have no fucking idea. And it's funny. It's a weird pressure thing when they're like, "What do you want to call it?" And it's like, I have no idea. I don't
Yeah,
really.
because it really doesn't matter.
It doesn't fucking matter.
It would be like naming a kid, where like 6 months later I would go, I didn't want to name it.
I didn't want to
You
name
know what I
that.
mean? I shouldn't have called it the piss protocol. It's not even a joke like that. So there's not like a through line. There's not like a big joke, right?
No, it's just comedy bullshit.
Yeah.
But that also because I find myself whenever I saw specials that had like one big great through line, it didn't matter. It was just as whatever as if they didn't. I never really cared either way.
Yeah.
Even if friends or people I knew, I'd always be like, well, it's fucking one and the same. If they don't do that, if they do that, like Attell is an amalgamation of like just great jokes.
Yeah.
Over and over and over, and
You're
you know
right.
I know he does work on a line, so to speak, but you're like, it's just fun. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I remember being so consumed my first maybe 3 years of doing stand up with finding transitions for the jokes, and then I was like, what? In
cares?
what world? Why would they care? Like, that's well crafted. No, they just want to laugh. It's all gibberish. If anything, it's better for it to be non sequiturs where you go, oh, it's funny you bring that up. I was actually, change the topic very abruptly.
Right.
But when anyone can pull it off nicely, it is impressive.
Okay, there's people that are like, I'll tell you who's probably the best at this. Colin Quinn is a fucking magician.
Oh, yeah.
He's maybe one of the greatest I've ever seen at like him,
Yeah.
Gary Goldman. Like there's guys that can just do it in a way where I'm like, oh, their computers are built for that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
they're
you don't have
literally
to force
built
it,
for that.
though. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you would probably know if you were that type of guy, right?
No, yeah.
We would know already.
We would know, wouldn't we? We keep telling ourselves that. Well, my test comes in next week, so I'll find out what kind of guy I really am.
Yeah, I saw Quinn run the hour at Mothership a bunch of times, and Attell. It was amazing. I was a door guy there for like a year, so getting to watch them kind of work that, watch all the greats do their thing was really cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
But now look at you, baby. You don't hold no doors for nobody.
I'm not holding no doors even for myself.
Excuse me, I don't hold no doors. I walk through them now. I'm not a door guy.
I don't shine shoes no more.
Get your fucking shine box.
Goodfellas.
He should have just shined his shoe. I mean, shine his fucking shoes.
Well, compared to murdering a guy.
I mean, come on. It's a little much, don't you think, dude?
What? Something I was looking up recently, in Goodfellas, Joe Pesci's character in real life was murdered when he was 25.
Yeah.
So it's so interesting. Like, it makes me feel like I haven't done enough. Like, I haven't. I'm not trying to do a bit, but I haven't joined the mob. I have not
Been kicked out of the
I haven't
mob?
been kicked out of the mob. I haven't been fake made and bullet put in the back of my skull.
Right.
Nothing. No one's tried to kill me at all. And they were so young. They were prolific.
Well, let's get this started. Guys out there, guys and gals, fans alike, give the old oinker a snoodle in the noodle if you don't mind. Let's kill him. Let's do it.
Hang me high. That's awesome. Yeah, that's cool. Well, I thought, and this is a folly on me, Joker folly I do, but I thought that maybe you were going to say, throw me a line if you know someone in the mob, but you're just going to go
No.
ahead and say, kill him.
Execute you.
Skip the mob part.
Dude, hit him. Hit him where it hurts.
Let him keep his legacy, but put a bullet in his
Well,
head.
you'll last longer posthumously for
That's
sure.
true.
That'll be the Casey Rocket legacy.
These riffs will live on. They will echo in eternity.
These riffs will live on forever. These riffs live on forever. Yeah, you know, the snort is so good. Do you think
played,
you're going to
Snort.
stay in Austin, though, after all this, like, movement in
I-
your life and your career?
I like it. I like it a lot. I think I'm going to spend some time in Chicago this summer.
My home, dude.
yeah.
I love Chicago.
I really get along real well with the comedy scene out there. They've been real nice to me. I get along with them real well, and I want to watch lots of Cubs games, so I'm going to go out there. So,
Man, you're like trying
Yeah.
to make me crush on you, huh? Young
well,
man?
I was born in Bloomington.
Oh, were you?
Illinois, So yeah.
Oh, shit.
And my mom lives in Carbondale, so
Down south.
I got roots. She lived by Southern Illinois, Saluki.
Saluki. That's down south, dude. That's you know what's so funny about Southern Illinois? People don't know. That is the South. So
Oh,
people
yeah.
go Chicago. Yeah, it's in Illinois, right? And then you go down south. They go, yeah, but it's still like Chicagoland or whatever. You're like, no, dude, that's like the South.
No, it's
Southern Illinois is a
incredibly rural.
different world.
Yeah. My mom's a horse trainer, so when I was a kid in Georgia, a real rural area, and all her boyfriends would be redneck type guys. So I grew up in the country, and Southern Illinois is no different. It's all
Same thing.
cornfields, very blue collar, very farmland.
Any of the
Yeah.
boyfriends you got on with that you liked?
There was one named Bobby Ray who I really liked. He was a great guy.
Mr. Bobby Ray.
And he would show me, he would order all the wrestling pay-per-views, and he would get his
Oh,
Domino's
that's
pizza.
fucking awesome.
We had Domino's pizza almost every night. It
So
was
this
awesome.
guy was making good money.
Yeah,
Bobby Ray was living.
I think he ended up losing the house, so I think he might have been betting against overstretching his means. But he was a cow, bred cows, and yeah, he would go, "Sioux cow, come here, baby," and that's how you call a cow. He goes, "Sioux cow, come here, baby." But at least
Sioux cow,
that's what
come
he
here,
did.
baby.
Come here, baby, and all the cows would go, "Huh?
Say what?
Huh? Is it feeding time already?"
Did you ever sue cows with him? Sue cow.
Yeah, I would try, but I think they were trained to the sound of his voice.
Right.
So they didn't like it. Baby cows stink. I just got this flashback of smelling this baby cow was covered in milk. Stunk.
They do smell.
They smell, but they live outside.
They live outside. They deserve to smell. Let them
Yes,
live.
they do. Let 'em
Don't
stink.
shame the cows. So Bobby Ray was the one.
He was a good guy.
Is your old
and,
man still alive or no?
He is, but they divorced when I was 7.
You talked to him though?
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday. I talk to him every couple weeks. Men, I don't think need to check up on their kids. Everyone's different, but my father doesn't need to check up on me. He'd be fine checking up on me once a month.
Yeah.
But my mom, she got to talk to me all the fucking time.
My mama.
Sure.
Yeah, she's
Sure,
chatting.
sure, sure,
She's
sure,
always oinking at you on the phone.
But hey, drop me an oink if you don't mind. She lives alone on this little farm, and it's super rural in this town outside of Carbondale. She doesn't have a neighbor for like miles.
She likes it that way.
She does, but she gets lonely out there, so she wants to talk all the time.
Have you thought about
Yeah.
being like, I can afford now to move you somewhere?
She wants to live out there, but I think I'll be able to buy her the farm soon. It's our family farm.
Well, Casey, he bought the farm.
He bought the farm. He did right.
He did done right. It's your family legacy.
Yeah.
And what was the crop?
Her grandfather, L.B. McMahon, World War II veteran, liberated by
Who do you fight for?
the Axis. He was Japanese,
Sick.
full-blown Japanese.
I love you, Casey.
He
Do me
liberated.
proud.
He liberated Dachau, so he's like a war hero. But anyways, but they were horse people, but they was surrounded by corn, so they grow corn. Midwest, it's all
Oh, yeah.
nothing but miles and miles of cornfields out there.
It's miserable. Whenever he took road trips, I was always like, what in the fuck? When does this end?
There's nothing.
Ever.
Nothing to look at. In Texas, the topography changes. It can go from mountains. California the same way. So there's a lot to look at.
You get nothing in the Midwest, dude.
Nothing.
When we take a
Oh my
road trip,
God.
I couldn't believe how much fucking bullshit corn was there.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, where is
Yeah.
the next rest stop? And it'd be like 26 miles. You're like, what the fuck?
What happens if the car? Yeah, we're done. We're on our own.
It is true to think about
Yeah.
back in the day when we would take long rides. I remember how long the gaps were of time when we could pull off somewhere and go get gas or food or drinks. And you're like, this is if you didn't plan, you were just fucked.
Yeah.
There was no like
You can't press a button and call AAA.
right boop 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 boop.
I see you're stuck on the side of the road. Do you want me to send an oink truck to pick you up?
It is crazy. That is
Not
like
a
a
chance.
like the planes, trains, and automobiles of it all was such like a very
Yeah.
viable way that
Dude, you
these
could
guys
just get
got,
stuck places.
get stuck. Yeah.
Have to start a fire, stay warm.
What a movie that is, by the way.
Oh, so good.
Planes, trains, automobiles. One
Was
of my
that John Hughes?
John Candy, Steve Martin. I think
Directed by Rob Reiner?
was it a Riney? Was it a stinky Riney?
Was it my son
Was it
directed
your
this
son?
movie? I should know this. Callback.
Wait, honestly, now I'm having a bad.
Was it Reiner or John Hughes? I don't feel like that's a John Hughes thing, right? Because
No, it's definitely. I don't think it was John Hughes, but I do think you might have hit it with a Riney.
I might have got it right on the head. with
No,
the
it's a
Reiner.
Huesers. It's a Huesers,
Either way.
Doozers.
It's good to put out two possibilities, so either way, you're
Either
right.
way, you're right. All right, how about this? How many John Hughes movies can you name?
Home Alone,
Bing,
Ferris Bueller's Day Off,
bing.
Pretty in Pink,
Oh yeah.
16 Candles.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Baby's Day Out. Come on.
Baby's Day Out.
Deep pull.
That's a deep pull.
Deep pull.
Forgot two of his most famous.
I'm forgetting two of the most famous?
Yeah, huge.
Shit.
Come on. Think Chevy.
Oh, what? He did Christmas Vacation
Yeah, the Pooners, babe.
and Vacation.
And Vacation and The Great Outdoors.
Okay, The Great Outdoor. Uncle Buck?
Yep, did Uncle Buck. The guy wrote so much great shit. It's almost like it almost feels a little fake when you're like when there's great writers when you go, this guy was just a good writer and he didn't try to do other shit. You know, now it's
Yeah.
like you're a writer. He's an actor and a director and he's also this guy was like, I'll just write a bunch of shit. I'll direct a few things, but I'll just write the fuck out of a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. It is highly, highly unusual.
To be this
very
good,
prolific.
She's
yeah.
Having a Baby, Uncle Buck, Home Alone, National Lampoons, Dutch, Curly Sue, Home Alone, 2, Lost in New York, phenomenal. Dennis the Menace, Beethoven's Second, Baby's Day Out, Miracle on 34th Street, 101 Dalmatians, Flubber, Home Alone 3,
Flubber.
Beethoven's Third, which is the best banger of them all.
Oh, yeah.
Beethoven's Fourth was reaching a little bit. Made in Manhattan, Beethoven's Fifth. Come on, John, what are we doing, dude? Drillbit Taylor, did not know that.
Whoa, he did Drill Bit Taylor?
He wrote all the characters. The original characters were him.
Okay.
And then
That's odd.
the very last thing he did prior to his death was the Breakfast Club Live. They did a Breakfast Club Live and Vacation, the one with Ed Helms and Christina
Oh.
Applegate.
That was pretty funny. That was underrated. That had
You
some
know,
good
isn't that funny
laughs.
that it got a lot of shit for being not good? And I was like, I actually kind
it
of
was
liked
pretty
it.
funny.
But it
Yeah.
got knocked down, I think, because people were like, you're taking from the original property.
Sure.
And then and when they do that, they always get mad. Like, is there a property that you like the second version better than the original version? It's a tough dig.
Suspiria, great pull.
Suspiria.
The remake of Suspiria, I think, is superior to the Dario Argento.
Whoa.
And I hate to say it. I think it's better. I think it's better in every way. It's more modern. It's less campy. A lot of that Giallo stuff is very campy.
Now, you don't like campy shit at all?
There's a time and a place for it. I like campy comedies.
What, like what about the campy, like the Scream, the fucking,
Sure.
like campy fake murder bullshit?
Yeah, so...
Because it's wackadoo?
You mean like Friday the 13th campy? Like campy horror?
Yeah, even that was like, yeah, because even those weren't that campy. They just kind of tipped the hat maybe a little bit, but like,
I like it if if it's so outrageous, like the studio seems to just start throwing things into it at the end. Like Jason X, Jason Goes to Space is wonderful. Like they weren't trying to make a satire, but you're watching it, and at a certain point, they just go, let's just blow it all up.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's literally and metaphorically blow
Blow it
the movie
up.
up.
Right.
Yeah. Clive Barker had an insane one after Hellraiser that I can never remember. but
Midnight Meat Train.
that one is good. Bradley Cooper, one of his first roles. But, oh, man, it's going to drive me nuts. But Clive Barker, they gave him like $20 million after
I gotta
Hellraiser.
look it up. I'm gonna look it up. Because the kid isn't here.
Nightbreed.
Oh, Nightbreed. Oh, yeah.
And, they gave him all this money. He's clearly zooted. I don't want to speak out of turn about Clive Barker, but he's 100% on cocaine. And at one point in the movie, they just go, let's blow the town up. That's where most of the budget must have went. But I love that concept of this isn't working.
Blow it up.
Blow it up.
Dude, the only reason I have any sort of knowledge of Midnight Meat Train, I was a PA at the studio who did that movie.
No way.
And I met Brad Coop.
Whoa, a young Coop.
I was a young PA. He came in, handsome as ever.
Sure.
Flirting. You know, he was flirting.
Yeah, he's still swinging it around.
He goes, you get me a Diet Coke, man? I go, you got it. And he goes, thanks a lot. And I thought, this guy's looking to fucking take me out.
Sure.
He might get a snort out of me, dude. But I met them. This is such a dumb story, but like it just by bringing up Clive Barker, I used to have to run scripts back in the day to celebrities. I'd have to drop them off at their house, right?
Yeah.
And back then there was no. We used a thing called. Oh, dude. Thomas Guide. It was called a Thomas Guide. Thomas Guide was a charted map. Then you flip pages. You'd be a C14 would take you to this part of LA, and so you'd have to flip pages. That's literally we had to use Thomas Guides to deliver stuff. It was so fucking insane. And so I was using Thomas Guide, and he was in the Hollywood Hills.
Yeah.
And they said verbatim, "Do not fucking hand this script to anybody but Clive Barker." And I said, "Well, what if he's not home?" They said, "Then you fucking wait till he's home." This is that Hollywood.
Yeah.
So I'm in my little bullshit Hyundai, and I was so scared to run out of gas too up in the Hollywood Hills. And I'm going through all the Hollywood Hills, following the map, trying to drive. I finally get there. There's this big buff, like just jacked fucking dude, and I was like, "No, that's not Clive Barker. That's definitely not Clive Barker." He comes down the driveway. It's like big, tall, black dude, and he's like, "What do you want?" I was like, "I have a delivery from the studio. I have to give this script to Mr. Barker." He's like, "Give it to me." I was like, "Well, I was definitely told to not give it to anybody but Clive Barker." And he goes, "Give me the fucking script." And I was like, "Sir, if you don't mind, I'm just going to wait in my car because I don't want to lose my job. Like, I need this $86 a week so fucking bad. Please don't do this to me." And he was like, "You can wait for him. I don't give a shit." And he was just so much attitude, man. And I was so like, I was so embarrassed and also so like ashamed and nervous. And I was like, this is so many emotions. I want to quit. I was like, I'll just quit. I'll give him the script and I'll quit. And I'm sitting there, and at the time, there was a company called Anon, A-N-O-N. They make snowboard goggles, lenses, glasses, right?
Yeah.
And Anon's symbol is it looks like a Jesus fish almost, right?
Okay.
It's very specific, but I'll never forget this. I'm sitting there on my car, and he's kind of like, he's coming and going. He'll come down and check on me and be like, "Hey man, he ain't coming, so you drop it off or get the fuck out of here." Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, "Sir, it's literally my only job." And he stops, and for a second he goes, "What the fuck is that on your glasses?" I take them off. I'm like, "Oh, it's a snowboard company." He's like, "Does that say KKK?" And the way that the symbol looked, you could mistake it
could
as
interpret it
KKK.
that way.
Yes. So he was like, "Is that?" I was like, No, it's not. Let me just give you the script and get the fuck out of here." So I handed him the script, and I was like, "Fuck it, fire me. I'm not gonna get beaten to death in Clive Barker's driveway by his security
This is
guard."
trending in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I just was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And I never got it to him. And I got back to the studio, and they're like, "Did you give Clive the script?" "Yep, of course I did."
Sure.
Yeah, I handed it right to him. I'm not gonna get fired. What are you gonna fire me?
Gonna whip your ass over
The amount of
script.
shit jobs I had to do in Hollywood like that, dude. I used to go like, I had to go one time. I had to get a tie from Westlake Village, which is like 50 minutes west of here, just to go buy a tie for a guy, and I got the wrong one. Got the wrong fucking one, dude. Well, because we were just getting stoned all day doing deliveries. It was like, what did you want me to do?
Yeah.
You're sending me on these fucking crazy runs.
These dead end runs.
Did you do shit? You have a bunch of shit jobs?
Again,
did you bypass that?
I grew up in a real rural area, so I like washed boats.
Yeah, but that's kind of fun, though.
Sure, that was fun. That was in college, so I enjoyed like washing boats. I had a real bad job at a place called Don Corleone's Pizza.
Cut to an ad, please. Don Corleone's.
If it still exists, he owes me $83 because he wouldn't pay us. Like, it was basically the
ripping
business,
off teenage kids.
Yeah, the business would make enough money to where he could stay open one more day. And he would, so let's say an order comes in for $25 for a pepperoni pizza. He would take the money out of the register and go, okay, go to Walmart, buy me a bag of cheese, buy me a stick of pepperoni. He was making pizzas just to barely make enough pizzas to keep. It was a vicious cycle.
Don Corleone's. Where was this at?
This is in Statesboro, Georgia.
I'm looking it up, dude.
There's no way it exists anymore.
I gotta know.
But we could smoke cigs in the kitchen, so it was awesome. We would rip cigs right by the pizzas, and
Well, yeah, of course you could, dude.
but
This is
he
Don
just-
Corleone's.
he just wouldn't pay us. It was awful. It was totally under the table. We would get drunk on the job, and I'm delivering pizzas. so
Closed
I'm
closed
drinking.
permanently, my
Yeah,
friend.
tragic. The end of an era. His name was Muhammad. He was a good guy.
Muhammad owned Don Corleone.
Yeah, he was not an Italian man. He was definitely Middle Eastern. And one day he texted me. He said, "I'm sorry, but I'm gone." And I said, "What?" He said, "I'm gone."
Had to skip
Okay.
town, kid.
Yeah, he just literally, I think he just dodged like his creditors and went back.
He's like, you'll learn when you
Wherever.
get older. You gotta. Sometimes you gotta go.
You gotta know when to
Sometimes you
fold
gotta
them.
get out of town. No, you sound like those are not the worst job. They're not that bad. I mean, mine were always
Yeah.
monotonous. It was more. I had jobs that were like busy work bullshit.
Yeah.
Shit that I was like, oh man. how do
I wrote newsletters for a while for this. It was a desk job. I hated that. So there was a lot of dentists and, yeah, I had my degrees in writing. So, yeah, it was a lot of like, this April, smile through April with the tooth discount and get 100 teeth in 100 days or whatever. It was awful. All tooth puns and shit.
Wait, it was English? Was your major?
My
Creative writing?
I was journalism major.
Me
and
too.
I was double minor, creative writing and technical writing. Technical writing, yeah.
Mine was
Yeah.
journalism, media was like my focus, and then English,
Yeah.
which was like just a bypass of me just doing creative writing, and all I want to do was like write shit down. That was like let me say stuff, because I was like I'm not good at, couldn't do math, can't do science, can't do anything other than write a bunch of fucked up wild ideas down. And they were like, perfect, do journalism.
Yeah, I changed my major specifically so I would not have to take any more math classes. As I can't do another one. I physically.
I barely got
get
to
it.
the fucking what are they called? You know,
SAT?
the required the not electives.
Oh yeah, what are those called?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I don't know.
Journalism. It worked.
Yeah, your requirements. Or
But let me tell you something, dude. I'm really happy that you came over here. I appreciate you taking the time to come over and do the show. It means the world. I think you're a very funny dude.
Thank
I think
you.
you're gonna have a continuously successful career in perpetuity. And I hope the kids keep watching you and spreading your love and your giggles and your riffs for the rest of the time.
Thank you. I'm a fan of the podcast. It's one of the few podcasts I listen to, so this is cool to kind
Really,
of
that's fucking
be a
awesome.
whiskey ginger guy.
Thank
Yeah.
you, dude.
Hell yeah.
You're on tour. We're gonna plug your dates. Yeah. This will come out in a little bit, but let me do this. You got to go to Casey Rocket.
CaseyRocketComedy.com.
You couldn't get the original, huh?
I think I have CaseyRocket.com as well, but just to be safe, I think it's CaseyRocketComedy.com.
CaseyRocketComedy.com. You guys got to go to CaseyRocketComedy.com and go see all the dates that he's got coming up. He's on tour, and like we said, give him a meatball. Show up with a meatball to a show. He does love stuff like that.
Cover me in marinara and bury me in a pauper's grave.
Slather this pig up with poppers and marinara. April. Oh, dude, you're going out to Australia?
Yeah,
Oh, that was a big point that you should have brought up.
sure. I'm going to Australia, Melbourne, Brisbane, Sydney.
Melbourne, Brisbane, Sydney. Comics Lounge in Melbourne. That's I did that club when I was there. I
Oh,
was
hell
shooting
yeah.
a movie and I popped in there. They were fucking so nice.
Oh,
They're
really?
rad. You're gonna
Oh,
love
good.
it.
I'm
And by the way,
stoked.
that part of Melbourne, the CBD is what it's called. That's where all the cool shit is. I'm gonna give you
Oh,
some.
rad.
I'm gonna text you a bunch of cool restaurants to go to.
Please do.
Some
I would love that.
spots that you do like experimental food.
Sure.
Are you pretty like some people you're like sometimes Bobby's really good when we go on the road, but sometimes we go on the road, people are like, dude, I'm eating fucking standard. You're not gonna get me to eat some weird ass.
I eat a lot of meat and cheese, but I can eat weird stuff.
I eat some weird shit down there. All of most of April, the kid is down there, down under, and then he comes back at the end and goes to West Nyack, Levity Live, baby, back in the mix, and then Helium in Philly in April. Got a bunch of shows there, and then goes out to Vegas, Wise Guys, and it continues on. in Pittsburgh and more. Comedy Bar,
Toronto.
Toronto, Ontario in May. Guys, go see Casey Rocket. Go to CaseyRocketComedy.com. See the kid. We love him.
Thank you.
We're fans over here. Hey, so we end the show the same way. Looking at that camera right there and say one word or one phrase whenever you're ready.
Everybody's got a price.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful. You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell